Tell me, how are you feeling?
You know, we're excited. We're energized by the crowd here tonight. I think we're seeing it across the country. There's just a good energy for an America that's going to move forward, an America that's going to start taking care of Americans. Americans have made their voice here in Iowa very loud and clear, and we're excited. We're going to keep fighting forward now for the work we've already started.
Tell me what was just going through your minds all night. I mean, we saw those first votes come in and you trailed a little bit, but then you really pulled ahead in those rural districts. What was the roller coaster of emotions like for you?
Well, I was trying to be a dad for most of it. We had a lot of kiddos running around here tonight. Look, we knew that we were going to, the battle is always for Polk County, and we had a historic high in Polk County. So the numbers have bore out what we believe to be true. We had great crossover with independents. We had a strong surge of Republicans, both in early voting and day of voting. And we were able to get some Democrats who crossed over and voted for us in Polk County. And then our rural communities just really came together and said, hey, this is a guy who knows rural Iowa, and they just put us over the edge in a big way. So we're very, very grateful.
And another close race. What do you want to say to those voters that really kind of set you apart? You did win by a bigger margin this time around. So what do you want to say to them?
We were half a point last time. I think we're at almost 3 points this point. Look, this is the reality. We are going to continue to work for Iowans as we always have. Regardless of party, we have a responsibility to deliver common sense solutions for Iowans, and that's where I'm always going to be committed. So we're excited for this. Now we got to get to work.
And then last question, in your speech you said you want to make Iowa's best America's best.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I want to be able to make sure that Iowans keep more of their hard-earned tax dollars, not give their dollars to D.C. I want to make sure that, you know, what has been achievable in Iowa, the American dream, is something the rest of the country gets the opportunity to be part of. I want to make sure that the national security that I've done as a military officer with the Air Guard right here in Iowa and the Army Guard, they've been on the front lines. Let's make sure that our state is safe and our entire country can be safe going forward. And then let's be a welcoming place. Look, here's the thing. Iowa has a rich history of being able to do immigration wisely. Let's make the Iowa model the national model and stop this, illegal border crossing and give a pathway for folks who want to come here the legal way and become part of our great community that is Iowa.
Any final thoughts before you enter the second term?
There's a lot of hard work. We are looking forward to hearing from Iowans again. Our best ideas have always come from hearing from an Iowan, putting it into a legislation and getting it across the finish line. I believe that we're going to be doing this only 10 times bigger this time out.
Awesome. Thank you so much.